Welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. This is 23.2a and 23.2 breakdown. We're going to look at the two components. I'm going to talk a little bit of strategy, maybe a couple tips and tricks. I know you've probably seen one of like 50,000 videos on the internet right now for the Open. Take some of my notes, things I've seen, taken away, some standards not being upheld movement-wise, and where I think that can become a problem, especially on the leaderboard. Not that it matters too much right now for the Open, but just for like everyone's own personal not judgment, what's the word I'm looking for? Everyone's own accountability, that's the word. One take only, here we go. 15-minute AMRAP for part A. We're looking at 5 burpee pull-ups, 10 by 50-foot shuttle runs where the athlete will be shuttling 25 feet out, 25 feet back. That is 1 repetition. You're going to do 10 total. At the end of that round, you are going to add 5 burpee pull-ups, and now you're going to do 10. And then you do your 10 shuttle runs, and then you will do 15 burpee pull-ups, and so on, 20, 25, maybe 30. If you're a beast and this is your wheelhouse, maybe 35. So that's part A. At the conclusion of the 15-minute mark, directly from 15 to 20, you have 5 minutes to establish a 1 rep max thruster from the floor. I like this combo. Looking at the 2 workout movements, this is great. We have an upper body push-pull. Love that. Body weight, it's inclusive. Love that. Shuttle run, fantastic. Love a little cardio burner. It takes away some of the strength from the big guys. Legs here, and then you look at the thruster, right? A whole lot of pushing and a whole lot of leg driving. So I like the combo here of the capacity test and then mimicking it into a strength implement of a 1 rep max thruster. Now, I would like to see a little separation of time domains here, as this is a very similar time domain to last week of 14-minute AMRAP with 5 different movements, I believe. This one is a 15-minute AMRAP with, if you count this, I mean, technically it would be 2 movements in 1 plus shuttle run. We have 4 movements here. So a little bit more variety, maybe a little bit more of a simplified couplet. But again, I like it because it's a new test. It's something we haven't seen in an open format before. I do like the retesting of the shuttle run for those from quarterfinals. Now, logistically for a gym, I don't know how many heats or people you can run at a time, but I would say it's kind of a constraint to where is the pull-up bar and how is that stationed in your gym and rigged up to the wall or freestanding and so on. So logistically speaking, I don't know if this is the best thing, but I would assume for most CrossFit gyms you could get a few heats going, especially if you run it in quick heats, as it is a 20-minute workout, 30 minutes to run groups, change weights, get ready, judges, etc. I don't know how that logistically works, but I just think that's a little bit of an issue. And then looking at the 1 arm thruster, look, I know the Open isn't the most important thing, top 10% movement to quarterfinals, but I saw this in the Open announcement with Patrick Vellner and Roman Khrennikov. Pat kind of got no reps on a few thrusters. I don't know exactly how many, I don't know the exact weights. I just remember eating dinner and I see him come out the hole, press overhead, this is good, but then take a step forward and re-dip under the bar and then stand it up. That is not a thruster. That's a no rep. Look at the standards, look at the movement pattern, not the movement pattern. Oh yeah, if you're assessing movement pattern, but that's a no rep. And if they can't see that and judge that on the actual live stream, I guarantee you there's gonna be some issues with some people that count their thrusters that really aren't. But again, I'm not too concerned about the the leaderboard per se, but just for the integrity of the sport and the accountability part of it, I don't like thrusters for that reason, because is everyone going to actually push press out of the hole, or are some people going to dip under and count it when really it just turned into a power jerk or a partial split jerk if you take a gather step? So that's my only nick and ding. I do love to do thrusters, but to uphold those standards, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult. So, side tangent, into the 15-minute AMRAP. What's the strategy? What's the full, complete 20-minute picture here? Well, first 5 burpee pull-ups, we're going to come hot out the gate. You have all this loose energy. Let's just blow some of it out for the first 5 repetitions. That's probably, 15, maximum of 20 seconds when you count the run down and then starting the burpee pull-up. Now, shuttle runs. I'm going to keep these smooth and consistent. I'm going to move at not maximal, suboptimal pace to just keep myself moving and allow myself to almost subtly catch my breath for at least the first 5 to 7 minutes. On the burpee pull-ups is where I just want to be consistent, steady, just getting that chin barely over the bar. I'm going to take some chalk prior to the start of the workout and mark exactly where I want my hands to land each time. So I have a literal visual of the white chalk outline of my hands on the black floor where the tape is, everything is set up. So I know exactly where I need to place my hands, and they come and fall in the same spot. That movement efficiency and pattern is going to help me fall into a rhythm. So take some chalk, make sure you clean it up after the workout. Before the workout, place those hands down where you are going to land consistently each time on the pull-up bar. I'm not going to use grips, as those are going to get in the way. I'm just using my bare hands. I'm going to have wrist sweat guards on. But yeah, other than that, I won't need any chalk. So the chalk is simply to imprint my hands on the floor. How hard am I going to go in comparison to what I want to do for the thruster? This is going to be like a 9.5 out of 10. I really want to test my capacity here. I'm not too concerned about the thruster. I know that strength is not my forte, and I don't think if I was fresh versus fatigued, it's going to make that much of a difference for my personal cumulative score. So I'm going to pretty much go almost all out on this one, save maybe a hair of gas in the tank to recover, probably spend 1 minute. So at minute 15 when this is finished, I'm going to take and probably start my 1RM thruster at minute 16. I'm not going to change lifters. I'm just going to have my Metcons on. I may wrap my wrist real quick. Most likely not. I'll probably take a little bit of chalk. I will definitely, here's a key thing for guys, and I guess for girls too, if you have your sports bra. I'm taking my shirt off for this. I want to be keeping my body temperature down. As I start to sweat, I will put my shirt back on for the 1RM max thruster. It will need to sit across my chest. Girls and ladies with your thinner bras and stuff, that slippage could really throw you off on the thruster. So I'd recommend you wear a t-shirt that covers your shoulders or something that covers your chest, or you really chalk up, because the sweat and the movement there, as we're getting into some warmer climates, definitely could affect how you press out the hole, affect your squat, affect your catch, and ultimately how you lock out overhead from the launching pad, which is your chest. So just as some things to consider there. Other than that, I think I've exhausted everything about 23.2 A and B that I can. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Try to make this quick. Try to do this as few takes as possible. So I know there's a couple errors, and I apologize, but I'm improving here and there. I'm excited. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video again. Much love. Peace. Peace and much love. Let's do this. I'm tired. It's time for bed.